School administrators play an incredibly important role as instructional leaders in their schools. The school administrator role usually includes principals, assistant principals, head of schools, division heads, or other similar positions. There can be multiple school administrator roles in each school. As school administrators, you can now easily keep your finger on the instructional pulse of your school. We are logged in as Principal Mia Jehoda. Dr. Jehoda is able to see all of the teachers in her school as well as specific students she has chosen to follow. By clicking on a teacher, she can visit all of the teachers' classes. We are selecting Miss Navidi, who is an 8th grade English language arts teacher. Dr. Jehoda is going to visit her second period English language arts class. Got Learning is unique in that every student has all of their qualitative learning evidence from the school year in one record. Each of the student records contain learning conversations. A learning conversation is the individualized back and forth between teachers and students of trial and error, rough drafts, feedback, revisions, and reflections that occur every day. Dr. Jehoda is going to select Kurt Moore. When she opens Kurt's record, she only sees his learning conversations from his English language arts class. However, if Dr. Jehoda wants to see other classes or all of Kurt's learning conversations, she can do so from this screen. Today, we're going to go ahead and stay in the English class. Dr. Jehoda is checking on how Kurt is doing with his writing. She opens a learning conversation titled November Quick Writes, focusing on narratives. Learning conversations are longitudinal and look the same for the student, teacher, educational specialist, and school administrator. In this conversation, you can see that Ms. Navidi has provided directions and exemplars for November's Quick Writes. Kurt has scanned in a writing from the Got Learning mobile app. Ms. Navidi has provided feedback. Kurt has responded and provided revisions in a Google Doc, with the teacher providing audio and video feedback as well, and a helpful YouTube video on narrative leads. As we move to the end of the conversation, Dr. Jehoda opens up Kurt's most recent writing. After reading his narrative, she provides Kurt with some feedback. Dr. Jehoda can choose to do a message, include a link to an outside resource, use audio, picture, or video, upload documents from a local computer, scan something in from the Got Learning mobile app, or pull it right in from Google Drive. In this instance, she is going to go ahead and provide text feedback. Now that you've seen that Dr. Jehoda can see each individual student's learning conversations, there may be a time that a school administrator also teaches or co-teaches a class, or possibly would like to be added to one for a time. If that is the case, each school administrator has a Classes tab. In this instance, Dr. Jehoda is a co-teacher of the school's astronomy club. Now that you've seen how an administrator can visit classrooms and see individual students' learning conversation, let's take a look at a feature we built from school administrator feedback. Professional conversations allow educators at the school, teachers, educational specialists, and school administrators to have their own curated conversations. These conversations are available to only those in the conversation. Dr. Jehoda has multiple conversations with teachers about their teacher evaluations. In the conversation with Trey Budner, Dr. Jehoda and Mr. Budner are providing information pre-teacher evaluation. In another conversation, Dr. Jehoda is a member of a growth-producing feedback PLC where 7 teachers are actually providing resources back and forth about the topic of providing feedback. So now, For the first time, school administrators can have access to the qualitative learning evidence that is constantly being created in their school's classrooms. This has been a brief look at the school administrator role in gotLearning. To see the student, teacher, or educational specialist views, please visit gotlearning.com.